What?
It's like contemporary singing.
No. Oh, there was a whole ass like a woman yodeling in Walmart the other day. That was real fucking weird. And not just like kind of yodeling.
Why the fuck is Walmart so weird? Like
Walmart.
Like we make jokes about it, but like what entices people to be that weird?
Because it's the one
it's
thing.
Specifically Walmart. Like it's like we made it socially acceptable for people to be weird at Walmart.
Yes, because it's like the one place we all have in common. The great equalizer is Walmart.
Strange.
I think it's also because some people started the trend and then it became Walmart's reputation that weird is going to happen there. So then everybody else just stopped caring.
True.
I think that's true.
Yeah, so normal people go there with their flannel jammy pants on and whatever else. Like it's just normal now.
Yeah. No, she was like whole ass like going down in the scooter and then just started belting out yodeling. And it was like really good too. That's what made it even weirder.
Oh, I remember working at Market Basket.
Ew.
And there's this person that would yodel that was known to be a yodeler, and one of our management redcoats would have them yodel on the intercom.
That's cringe. I never interacted with that, and I'm glad that I never had to deal with it.
Nope, I had to deal with it twice.
That sucks.
Yep. But then he got moved to a different location because he pulled out a knife on a cashier.
What?
Welcome back to the Dime Comic Bros podcast.
Hold on. Which redcoat was this? Really?
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Because he was showing a cashier how easy it is for someone to get robbed and what to do in defense. Instead of using like a pen, he used a knife. Like actually,
you really didn't. You had to phrase it like that for the joke.
Yes,
because that sounds a lot less sketch. Still a little sketch.
He used an actual knife, and also it was on a chick who would freak out over anything you did.
Could use the standard issue box cutter, which doesn't even explode the blade.
I don't think you should use a blade at all.
I know
just
that.
Use it as like it's closed.
Yeah, you could have done that. Or what I would have done is
not done it at all and just told you, hey, blah blah blah. I mean, make sure you're okay.
I mean, if you're really gonna do that, just don't work at Market Basket at all, and you don't have to worry about explaining that to anyone.
How about you just not explain it?
Instead of using a knife, just whip out your dick.
Oh, now he's got the good ideas. See, what I would have done is I would use the box cutter, but obviously with the blade closed, and then turned it around. So like I'm holding the end with all the metal bits, and then it's like there's nothing on it. You could have done that. That would have made sense.
What I would have done was just use a pen.
Yeah, probably did pen.
Buy a comic that might cost more than a dime. Come meet the brothers who are here to waste your time.
Welcome back to the Dime Comic Bros podcast.
Welcome back to the Dime Comic Bros podcast.
Say the line, Jacob.
Hi, my name is Jacob.
Fuck.
So we are gonna be doing some shenanigans. We are in fact changing our format a little bit because yet again. It's been a little while, to be fair. It's been a bit since we've moved anything around.
We are just past a year. And we've changed how we do things 3 or 4 times.
We're about a year and a half now, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been a few different ways. The first couple of months was really all over the place. But yeah, we're breaking it up a little bit. So we got 2 types of episodes. Nothing, numbering is going to stay the same, but we're going to have the type 1, which is what this week is. We'll do the news. We'll talk about the current TV stuff, and then we'll go over what we've been doing. Or who we've been doing. That's for all you sex havers at home. I wouldn't know anything about that. And then we have the second type of episode where we do we do a main topic and also talk about the current TV.
So no news on the second type.
Exactly. So we kind of break it up, but we still do the same stuff, just a little less. So to go, as we said previously, feet first into the news. We have an exclusive from Deadline.com. Brendan Fraser is set to join Leslie Grace in Warner Bros. And DC's film Batgirl. Although not confirmed, sources believe Fraser will play the supervillain Firefly in the picture. I am so happy about this because Batgirl and Brendan Fraser is my dad. And can we just give him all the roles, please?
I really like that. I think he's a really good pick for Firefly.
Also, Firefly.
So I think Firefly is really cool just because different interpretations. And I recently watched an episode of Batman the animated series where Firefly was introduced, and I saw that, and then I got the news, and it seems like it would be a really good fit. He's a really good actor. My only quarrel with it is that I always have a problem with reusing the same actors in the same like company. So it's DC. He's already a DC. He already plays a DC character, Robot Man, and now we're using him, even if it is, and it definitely is, a different universe.
Yeah.
It feels weird, but I'll get over it because I like him.
Yeah, you
So
don't even
the
want
only
to do
thing-
Patrol.
I do.
I have on your point is that Josh Brolin has done Thanos and Cable, and as I was watching earlier today, he was a DC character. So
He was Jonah Hex.
yep.
Yeah. So I find that a little weird too, but you can. That's the same. So I found that
Like,
a little weird, but also I don't really care
Cable-
much about Marvel because at the time, Marvel and Fox, they're also not in the same universe at that
Cable
time.
and Thanos look so very different because of the effects and stuff. I think it was passable, so they might be able to do the same thing with Brendan Fraser.
Oh, definitely.
I mean,
But
to be
it just
fair-
it feels weird. It's a thing I'm going to get over, and I am over it. But it just still feels weird because you could also say that argument with Daredevil or Ben Affleck. He was Daredevil, then he was Batman.
Yeah.
Same with Ryan Reynolds. He was an unnamed character in an unnamed.
Excuse
unnamed
me,
movie.
sir.
And
There
then
will
he
be no
became
Green
Deadpool.
Lantern disrespect in this house.
Yes, there will be.
No, there won't be.
Yes, it's my
No.
house.
Shut up.
Nope.
A sucky Green Lantern movie, and then he became Deadpool. Which,
We will burn this house to the ground.
Wow, you guys are something else, huh?
You mean we're gonna burn it down like Brendan Fraser in the upcoming film Batgirl as the rumored villain Firefly?
This girl is on fire.
If it ends up being Firefly, I think that would just be really nice for some damn variety.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
because we haven't had there was multiple live action Fireflies in Gotham, and like that's it. And Firefly was in Arkham Origins, and that's about like he's not really around that much.
Arkham Knights. Knight.
He was a knight.
Oh, he was in Night. That was a side quest. We don't talk about that.
I kind of liked that side quest because of the character. It's a super cool character.
He likes fire.
Yes, I like fire. I mean, Firefly. Like,
Motherfucker will literally do anything except go to therapy. Just be a cold man in an ice suit. Be a hot man in a hot suit. Be a clown.
Be a bat.
be a
Just go to
clay man.
therapy. Just go to therapy.
From comicbook.com, Ghost Rider turns 50 next year, and Marvel is celebrating by giving the character his own series again. In fact, it looks like more than just Johnny Blaze will be involved. In a cryptic tweet sent by the House of Ideas Monday afternoon, it was revealed the publisher is calling 2022 the year of vengeance. With that, Marvel released a killer piece of artwork from Ryan Stegman and Marti Gracia, right?
Gracia. Yes.
From Marti Gracia. Seen in the teaser piece is virtually every iteration of the spirit of vengeance Marvel fans have seen throughout the years. While the likes of Blaze, Danny Ketch, and Cosmic Ghost Rider are front and center, Robbie Reyes, Krushala, the Phantom Rider, Caleb from Ghost Rider, Trail of Tears, and a whole lot more are also included. Though little is known about the series, a follow-up email from Marvel confirms the comic series will be an all-new ongoing series that launches at some point next year. It's unclear right now if Stegman or Gracia will be involved with interior artwork on the series. Marvel has already unveiled its solicitations for the month of January, so the earliest this new Ghost Rider series would hit the shelves at comic stores would be February.
I come so hard. The piece of artwork was amazing. Ryan Stegman can make every comic under the sun. Please, I am begging you. I am constantly bitching about wanting more Ghost Rider in my life.
Yeah, you are.
Every episode, I find a way to cram it in there.
Just cram it right in there.
Just give me more. Whatever the hell they do with this, I want it now.
I have a question. Looking at the lovely piece of artwork, who is the Ghost Rider with the fishbowl on his head? I don't know that one.
The one in the lower right is Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Wow.
He's not in main continuity, so he probably yeah. But
That's too
also,
bad.
he's pretty fucking cool. He's got like little baby Thanos, little baby man.
We love that.
Yeah, we love little baby man. Just like baby Darkseid. Stick them together. I wonder who would win. We have baby Thanos versus baby Darkseid. They're both. Stop with the fucking farting. Holy shit. I will not move in with you because of that. Does anyone else have any thoughts on Ghost Rider getting a new ongoing?
Cool.
I read a book that I will be reviewing later in this episode that included Ghost Rider, and I can agree that they as in Ghost Riders need more books and need to be treated well, because they were the hero of the book basically, and they're pretty cool and badass. And
I have a
they
feeling
just
I
need
know
a
what
good
book you're
story.
talking about.
Wow.
Anyway,
Jacob.
Exclusive from the Hollywood Reporter, Hayden Christensen is staying in the fold of the Galactic Empire. The actor will Sorry, I saw Spencer pulling it out of the
this
corner
is
of my
the
eye.
no jerk off.
Hey, it's the last fucking day before November. Leave me alone.
No jerking off in this bedroom, okay?
The actor will reprise the role of Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, in Ahsoka, the latest Star Wars live-action series from Lucasfilm and Disney Plus. Multiple sources tell The Hollywood Reporter.
Stepdad?
I just really hope this means we get to see him in Clone Wars armor and not just in robes, because obviously flashbacks. I'm just really glad that the fan base has reaccepted Dad.
I really hope that we get to see him kill more younglings. What?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That'd be nice. Maybe they'll repurpose some of the deleted scenes too. They could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. It's cool how we have basically all of the prequel actors are all like on good terms with the fan base now. And we also have a pretty good amount of recast people from the original trilogy. This is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very nice.
Looking forward to this
Yeah.
show quite a lot. And then the last bit of news, Netflix released the first trailer for their live action Cowboy Bebop adaptation, which is premiering November 19th of this year of our Lord and Savior, Ewan McGregor 2021. Colin, do you have any thoughts on this trailer?
I hope that how the show goes isn't like how the trailer's showing, where they're like talking to each other in comic panels. I hope that's just like a trailer thing, or just like whatever they're doing. They're just being artsy about it. I hope they're just being artsy about it, because I don't like that, because it doesn't feel like Cowboy Bebop. The only person that feels like Cowboy Bebop is like Spike, and Faye feels a little bit with like how she's acting, but I don't know. The rest doesn't feel that good. And especially it feels less right because I'm watching Cowboy Bebop again right as we speak. So I'm okay with ignoring this. But if people like it, go ahead if you like it. I don't know. I'm not very excited about it.
I'm gonna pull a call in and play the classic sound clip. I don't give a shit.
Wow. I understand what you're saying, and I do think the dialogue being like edited that way is kind of weird. I'm hoping that that's some trailer stuff, because usually trailers aren't edited by the actual like production team or whatever. Yeah. Aside from that, which I do agree is kind of giving off some weird vibes, it does look pretty good. Like
CGI looks whack as shit, though.
Dude, it's fucking television. Let it go. We stopped having this TV has bad CGI debate in 2014.
No, you stop, because no, you can plan it out better. You don't have to use like shit ton of CGI.
Yeah.
You can find shit in a dumpster and make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's also not out for another month.
I know.
If
And the
Star
trailer was probably
Wars
using
could-
footage from 2 months ago.
I know. I'm
If
just
they could make a good-looking Star Wars movie in the 70s with limited CGI, then TV should be able to use practical
I don't
effects.
disagree.
yeah.
cut it down.
I'm not giving. I don't care. I'm not giving any leeway. Like literally, Star Wars in the 70s made that. They made that from these like big miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, it looks like shit.
I would disagree with that. But on the whole, especially with how well the costuming and the set design looks, when it comes to the practical stuff, I think it looks pretty good. It gives me the right vibe more than anything else. And I think for a Netflix series, which are really hit or miss, they're either like fucking masterpieces or dog shit. And then something like this show, which I think you're gonna need to adapt more so the tone and the vibe than the plot. I think you can get away with a lot of other stuff if you want to fuck around with the plot and shit. The vibe feels right.
I also have a big problem with live action iterations of anime.
I mean,
There's a reason why it's anime.
I think literally everyone agrees on that. It's just a matter of they're gonna do it regardless. So hopefully it's just decent.
It won't.
Because like
It won't.
yeah, basically every live action anime anime adaptation is like, why do you have to do this live action, whatever? But it pulls in a bigger audience because people don't like anime or whatever. I mean, I don't really like anime, but I can agree the things that are mostly made in anime should probably stay that way. But I don't know. I don't know. It looks okay.
You know what? You know,
Dude, they have the fucking dog. Okay, leave me alone. Dog's cute.
There's a lack of Eddie.
Yeah.
There's a lack of Ed.
Inhumans had the dog.
And that was like the only good thing in that show.
What?
The dog.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't like Cowboy Bebop?
Inhumans.
Oh.
It's like the literal only good thing. No, I love Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
It's like one of the only anime
So-
series I wholeheartedly like.
So, and the thing is, how you said not many people like anime. That's a fucking lie, because it's Americans. Not many Americans. Okay, if we're going to be like that, because I think that's an actual fucking bullshit. Because the number one show in America was literally Attack on Titan season 4.
I thought you were gonna say Dragon Ball Z.
Was literally Attack on Titan season 4 in the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was watching that shit. If anything, it's most Americans don't like anime. The whole fucking world loves that shit. They eat that shit up.
Okay, but here's the deal. We're talking about Netflix, a North American company. No shit. We're talking about the United States and Canada, which is Diet America. We're not talking about the world market. We're talking primarily about the United States. And most people, if you want to use that, of course they fucking do. Most people that watch anything on a streaming service are under 30. Almost everyone under 30 likes anime to some extent or another.
Yes.
So we're talking about something on Netflix, which for a streaming service has a slightly older audience because you have early adopters of that, especially back from the DVD days.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go on Netflix, it's a little older. And most people that get Netflix don't fucking watch the anime on it. The anime, aside from something like Attack on Titan, on Netflix has a really, really low viewership turnout. Hence why they make adaptations.
Because hit or miss. It's hit or miss with the anime on Netflix, because Netflix doesn't always, they don't have shit like Trigun. They don't have like the stuff, the animes that were actually popular. They buy easy to buy shit, except for when it can't, they know for sure it can make a profit. Yeah. Like Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not even talking about what they just produced, quote unquote, or own. I mean, like whatever they even have the temporary streaming rights to.
Yeah.
The overall, that whole subsection of their catalog is really low in turnout for a reason.
Yeah.
Hence why they go, let's adapt this shit. And then those adaptations are even more hit or miss, but they draw on a fuck ton of viewership. We all agree Death Note fucking blew. It made a fuck ton of money for them though. Yeah. So it's kind of a natural part of the process. It's not great, but it happens. So if it's going to happen, you may as well hope for the best instead of hoping for dog shit. And
I'm not hoping. I know.
Yeah, okay. Until you binge it all in one day, a month after it comes out, and go, "This is actually okay."
No, no, I won't,
bro. They have an actual real corgi. It'll be fine.
Sure.
Cute dog is cute. Anyways, current television. We have Star Wars Visions. This is the 6th short, I think.
Is it
Toby.
really?
I think it's the 6th one.
T-O-B...
TO-B1. Yes.
Yep.
Toby. So we have a robot boy.
Who wants to be a real boy.
It's just Pinocchio, but Star Wars.
Yeah. It's
That's
just
my whole point.
It's Pinocchio with Star Wars, and Jedi has no arms. I love seeing when a Jedi uses the Force without arms. I actually love that shit.
I don't remember what the name is, which is showing my lack of knowledge, but it reminds me of the bender from freaking Legend of Korra. I think it was Waterbender?
There's a waterbender. Yeah.
That doesn't have arms.
Yep, she doesn't have
It's
arms.
so cool.
It's like tentacle, like
yes.
it's just sheer will.
I dig that shit.
Yeah, that
I haven't
shit's
watched
awesome.
Korra in a couple of years. Anyways,
I haven't either.
Yeah,
actually, not a couple of years, probably a couple months.
It's cool.
Yeah, it was cute. I remember watching it, and it's the art style is a little weird to me because everything's super fuzzy in the background, even when he interacts with the certain things. Like he interacts with them, and then once it gets into his hands, it becomes into his art style,
Yeah.
like the characters, which I don't like too much because it feels like there's too many things deviating from each other, or there's too many differences. I can't find the right words, but it's not like regular like anime or like regular art animated anything where things are going to look different, background's going to be different from the characters, because it's just you paint the background and then you set the characters in. That's how it works. It just looked weird. And also some of the action sequences were weird because like you turn one way and then then we show him like turning the other way, but we didn't see him turn the other way. So say like he's fighting the dude, right?
It's a lack of intershot continuity. Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of that where there was a lack of continuity in that way.
I suppose I didn't really notice that, but I can imagine it. I can imagine that you're right. So I had the exact same thoughts when this episode started. I went, I don't know if I'm gonna like this art style. This is kind of weird. And then I saw the guy with no arms, and I was like, that's a big nose. What the hell? And then it kept going, and I was like, the droids don't look like droids. What's going on? This is weird. And then the music swelled and was like really cool and sappy. And then I realized we were doing Pinocchio, but Star Wars. And then you see Toby being like, oh my gosh, I want to be a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time we get to the end, I was crying, and I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
You want to be a real boy.
It might have just been my overall emotional state at the time for other external reasons, but genuinely by the time this was done, I was like doing that, like it's not subtle at all, but it's like when you're crying and you're not even thinking about it, like you're not sobbing. It's not like that, like conscious, like shuddering.
Yeah.
And it's not just like little leaky tears. It was like, no. There's like my face is covered in moisture and I'm still trying to watch it. Like, I don't know why the fuck that happened. Just got me really emotional for some reason.
You're a baby man.
I mean, yes, that's a given. We know
it's fine,
this. We know this.
So my takes on this episode.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh gosh.
Because I had a really long week at work and I crammed this last minute, right? So it starts out with the annoyingly cutesy artwork, and my mind immediately started making it like a horror movie, like a creepypasta, because it doesn't make sense for the droid master to have all these droids that don't really do anything. He's kind of got them in slavery, and
I had kind of the same thoughts because like he can use the Force, so like it's like a dead child in a robot body, or like
he forces TO-B1 to go out into the desert searching for the kyber crystal that he's like holding in his pocket the whole time, and it turns out like nothing creepy happened, and I was really let down because it was only Pinocchio. But also, it seems more than a coincidence that the boy, the puppet who wants to be a boy, is named T-Obi-Wan, because if you leave the T off, it sounds like Obi-Wan. And I think T-Obi-Wan is the prototype to what became our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Obi-Wan is a robot.
Someone call We Got This Covered. We have a new exclusive. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I felt more like the other droids were like pets, kinda.
Yeah.
Because they weren't doing a lot. They were like, they felt like mouse droids. Like they're just kind of there and just like being cute for no real reason. That's kind of the vibe I was getting off of that in the beginning. I did think the fights were like way more good than they had any right to be for some reason. I thought the end battle was really cool. I liked how the Inquisitor was portrayed like this weird like monster thing. The whole thing felt like this kid's fantasy in like the best way.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't feel like it was being patronizing or whatever. It was just like, this is what he's looking at it like. And then he kicks the shit out of him and he gets the Force and he uses a lightsaber and I don't know, it was cool. And then he just continues his master's mission. I don't know, I like it. It's cute. Maybe I was just really depressed this week.
I was okay with it. I didn't really care about it.
I was kind of bored, but it was fun.
Me too.
Imagine being bored for a 10-minute episode.
I believe it's 18, but I understand your point. It's
Bro,
only
I take
almost
shits longer.
double what you said.
I take shits longer than that.
Yeah, you take shit so long that you fall off the toilet.
That happened one time when I was 12, okay? That gets brought up a lot.
I wonder why.
Shut up. Jeez. So Jacob, what have you been doing while you're on the toilet this week?
Your mom.
Wow.
I finished the first omnibus of Green Lantern by Jeff Johns.
Ooh.
So Green Lantern 1 through 25. The first half of it basically was okay. I wanted to kind of rant and complain about it, but reading more, I realized that it was kind of just set up. It was planting seeds for what's going to happen in the next two freaking huge omnibuses. That is like 10 years of life that I missed out in comics. So I can't really complain about it now that I understand where it was going. The last 10-ish issues of the book was the Sinestro Corps War, where the Yellow Lanterns rise up and make war against the Green Lanterns. They attack Oa and they attack Mogo, the planet that is the Green Lantern, because apparently Mogo is the one that makes the decisions for the power rings, the Green Lantern rings, to find a replacement, where the rings go to find a replacement for dead lanterns. So the Yellow Lanterns figure if they kill him, then the Green Lanterns are dead in the water. The war kind of went on for a long time. It felt like it could have been 6 issues, but I was also speed reading, which does not do this comic justice because the artwork is mind-blowing. It so many times that you have whole pages or 2 pages just full of artwork, and it's overstimulation. You literally have to stop yourself to look at the incredible amount of detail in this comic line. It's amazing. It's fun. It's a fun read. It went really quick. and it set up for more. So at the end, what's his name? Oh, the freaking anti-monitor from Crisis on Infinite Earths was a Yellow Lantern until he gets his ass kicked by all the Green Lanterns. And then the setup at the end of this 10-issue war is that he's going to become a Black Lantern. And like Spencer was saying last episode, this series is what set up the spectrum of colors for the Lantern lore. So the end of this line, as far as this book went, explains those different colors and what's gonna come. So I'm very excited for Red Lanterns and Blue Lanterns, and maybe not the purple ones because bonk, but Black Lanterns especially. I can't wait for Blackest Night.
I have a couple of points I have to say. One, they're not purple, it's sapphire, it's a pink shade, but
Wrong.
also bonk.
They say violet.
Shush.
They literally said violet.
But it doesn't look violet, so shush. And mega bonk, like absolute mega bonk. They're all hot. Two, what's coming is very funny because basically after this run is over, very shortly after, the White Lantern is established, and it's white, and it's coming, so it's funny.
So you're saying most Catholics are
Gay.
I couldn't
What?
even do the joke.
Oh my gosh.
White Lantern coming.
Jeff Johns invented the spectrum, confirmed. There we go. That was the other thing I was going to say. Colon.
So recently, I've been watching Cowboy Bebop.
Damn.
I'm about 16, 17 episodes in, and it's a fantastic show. It's not just cyberpunk doing cyberpunk shit. It's a lot of, it reminds me of the first Blade Runner in a lot of the sense because of the jazz in the background. We've got the soundtrack, which is phenomenal.
So you mean cyberpunk?
Yes, it's cyberpunk, but as in a Blade Runner cyberpunk.
Yeah,
because
the genre of cyberpunk.
I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Shut the fuck up.
I have an honest question.
Because there's different cyberpunk and there's different futuristic, where people have different interpretations of cyberpunk. The cyberpunk I enjoy is like Blade Runner, where we have analog technology brought into the future, because at the time they thought the future was going to look a little weird, a little bit like that. And I like that we still have bullets and there's barely any lasers. If lasers are used, they're like a big deal. I like that lasers are a big deal rather than they're used on everything.
You know that you can use one of those.
And then bigger lasers are big deals.
Yeah, you can use one of those to take down an airplane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like blind the pilot. Your mom always yelled at you about that.
You said you're 16 or 17 episodes in. How many episodes are there?
I think like 30 something.
Okay, so you're like halfway.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much halfway.
You remember time? You remember that time last year for Grayson's birthday?
We were watching
where
Cowboy Bebop.
The three of us got drunk off our asses and watched like
Cowboy Bebop.
about 16 episodes of Cowboy Bebop.
We were actually like 7 episodes in.
I think it was more than that.
Nope, because we stopped on the it was like the intergalactic truck driver one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because that's where I went back
Grayson to watch anime. He just had to be drunk.
I know, it was so funny. We got to do that again. But this show, most people know what Cowboy Bebop is, but it's basically just a cyberpunk bounty hunter cowboy show, which is great. But what makes me love the show a little bit more is that it's not just about one character, and then we have a bunch of these side characters who may have like an episode every now and then. Every episode, every character has like, they all have like equal amount of episodes. Like, yeah, Spike is supposed to be our main character, right? And to me, his backstory is a little bit more interesting because his backstory is that he was, in gangs and he was in like the mob life, and
That's why he smokes cigarettes, because he's a cool man.
they all smoke cigarettes. Because we got Spike, who's a gangster, and we got Faye, who we don't really know what her backstory is because she was brought out of cryogenic sleep to be used as a debt deposit
But she's hot.
Yeah, but she's hot. She was used as a debt deposit, meaning assets were given to her in case of someone's death, and then the guy died and she got all his assets, meaning all his debt, which he didn't actually die. It was all falsified. So then we also have Jet, where his backstory is that he used to be a cop and he used to be a detective. And after a bad bust, he lost an arm and he kind of just went off the deep end a little bit and just became a bounty hunter and found himself with Spike. And we got our two other characters, which are comedic, which are for comedic effect. We got Edward, and we also have the little corgi. Little corgi, I'm a little annoyed with because he seems a little useless except for just being cute and kind of like we need something to happen for the story to go, so we use him, which is fine. He's a plot device.
Why do you think we keep you around?
Because you're too fucking boring. And so then we also have Edward, who is used for comedic effect but has a purpose. She is from she's from Africa on Earth, because we've only been to Earth like maybe once because nothing good happens on Earth. That's the whole thing. Everyone's always on like Venus or they're on Mars or
but are they on Uranus?
He said Venus. It sounds like Venus.
I don't think they've gone to Uranus yet. I'm hoping they do and they make a joke about it.
I hope they colonize it.
I fucking hate you. Stop fucking dying. If you're gonna die faster. Fuck. Jeez and crow. And so about Edward is she is a kind of like a hacker, but like it's not like hacker voice. She's like a 10-year-old kid who is just playing around with video games on the computer, but like basically somehow just is on the internet constantly and has access to all this computer nonsense. She just loves discovery, and there's nothing like super introspective about her. She's just a kid, which I love. I love that whimsical, childlike nature of the character.
We're in.
I hate you. So this show is just really nice because all the characters are balanced with their storylines and it's not one character heavy. And I love Cyberpunk.
The one only complaint I have with Cowboy Bebop is that I'm pretty sure that Spike started the trend of having that stupid anime hair. Like the exact hair that he has is a meme, and I hate it. I actually hate how his hair is, because his and Edward's actually, they both kind of have similar hairstyle where if you see their profile, it looks fine. But once it's like, yeah, the forward of their face, like just your head on with their face, it's like it's the same as their profile. It's like it's not an afro, but they're just drawing it wrong. So I know it's supposed to look like this. It's spiked up to the front and kind of like only a little bit out to the sides and shit, which is fine. But like he just looks like a mushroom, and you kind of have to just ignore it. Like how you have to ignore how fucking long him and Faye are. Yeah.
It's not just like she's a sexy long, like they're just wicked fucking long and skinny for no reason. And you have to ignore it.
But she's hot.
I guess.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
Whack.
No, bonk for you.
So I read Joker Harley Criminal Sanity, which was an 8-issue miniseries published in 2019. It is a DC Black Label book. So it was written by Cami Garcia and art by Miko Senyon and Mike Mayhew. So it has two very distinct art styles. One for Harley's perspective and the other one for the Joker's perspective, basically. So this is, in the one sense, it's like Harleen because it follows Harley. That's about it. This book is really, really fucked up. So it follows the criminal escapades of the Joker, but from more of a like forensic science angle to it. Harley is a consultant for the GCPD, and she helps with them, and she does consulting. Amazing, I know, right? So the Joker is like a new guy on the scene or whatever. Kind of, not really. Basically, he does really fucked up kills, and they're interesting because he's a serial killer. So they get a consultant. She becomes really obsessed with trying to figure it out. They don't fall in love or fuck in this book.
Thank God.
I was actually very happy with that. So effectively, the book goes over a series of murders that the Joker, trademark, is committing, that all have like different symbolism between them. He's an artist making art with his death and stuff. So he's like cutting up bodies and stitching them back together in funny ways and making statues out of them and all sorts of funky stuff. And Harley obviously is smart and is the only one that can figure it out and stuff.
Shit, that reminds me of like an anime I watched. I can't remember which one it was, but that reminds me of like this person was using females' dead bodies and like putting them back together as statues and like hiding them in places. Damn, I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Tokyo Ghoul.
That reminds me of possibly one of the best Arrow episodes with the Dollmaker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dollmaker is actually pretty sweet. It's really cool. So there's a lot of like case files in the book. There's one like right in the middle of the narrative. There's an entire issue's worth of space just dedicated to like fake files and stuff.
That's awesome.
It's very forensic science-y. Obviously, it's a little pseudoscience-y, but it does have a lot more effort put into the terminology than these things usually do, and I appreciate that. Joker has a name and backstory, which is always 50-50 depending on how that goes, but I do think it was handled well in what it's doing. It's analyzing, what does a person have to go through to get this fucked up? Stuff like that. Like, is he delusional is a big thing that Harley goes over in like one of her lectures, is going over how some serial killers have like delusions. Like I don't remember their names on the top of my head, but there's like one guy that was like doing cannibalism because he thought that if he didn't like have enough blood or whatever, his brain would die, or like stuff like that. There's a reason why to them that doesn't make sense in the real world, but they have some break from reality or whatever, like actual psychosis. So it's a lot of that sort of stuff. The art is disgusting. It's really nice, and it's from Harley's perspective, it's all black and white, because she's like basically a cop. It's like morality. It's like black and white. And then at the end of the book, she goes a little crazy, and there's like a little bit of color. But Joker sees it like all color. It's all vibrant and stuff. You get it. There's symbolism.
What's this book called again?
Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity. It was really cool. It didn't overstay its welcome lengthwise. Batman was referenced once in, I think you see him for one panel, like that's it. It doesn't go, they avoid all of the romantic angle, which was interesting because that's really rare that happens. He effectively breaks Harley in the sense of she kind of goes crazy and wants to start murdering him instead of wanting to get boned by him. I don't know. It's interesting. The art is very detailed, and the black and white stuff is like kind of charcoal-esque. So it's very, I don't know. It's really well detailed. All the kills are showed in nasty detail. And the collected edition is slightly remastered from the original published issues. I took a look at some of the comparisons, and I thought that was kind of cool. The artist just realized that some of the stuff that they had been doing wasn't totally in line with what the writer was trying to aim for. So they remastered some, like, I think it was almost 20% of the book they redid for the collected edition. And that was kind of cool. Strong recommendation. This thing took forever to come out in a collected edition. I think because they were remastering it, because this came out in 2019. It is in fact now the Lord, it's 2021. And it just came out like last week. So it took them a while to put them all in one book.
Wasn't he named in the shit Suicide Squad?
No.
I think there's a little mention in there.
No. He's not.
Mm.
No, he's not.
When Waller's going through the different profiles.
He doesn't even have
Come
a file.
on.
No. Jacob, trust me, I know that piece of shit way more than I want to. Trust me.
All right.
He's an air cut advocate.
Yes. It is a necessary part of my character development.
All right, on with the show. So the last thing that I read or watched or Shatter came was Doctor Strange. Sorry, Doctor. Doctor Strange Damned from 2018.
Ooh.
Written by Donny Cates and Nick Spencer. Art by Rod Reese. So when I stumbled upon this in the Marvel Unlimited app, I thought it was just a standalone series. But yeah, joke's on me. It is in the middle of a Doctor Strange run, and it crosses over with Ghost Rider and who knows what else. So what happened before this event, I guess, a mini event, a micro burst, because it's only 4 issues. Vegas got nuked by aliens or something. So as the Avengers are making a public apology for like, hey, sorry, we suck, Strange realizes he has extra magical powers because of something that happened recently, and he brings Vegas back to Earth. As soon as everybody starts thanking him, Mount Doom pops up in the middle of Main Street, and it turns out to be an entrance to hell marketed as yet another casino. But the owner of Mount Doom here is interested only in Doctor Strange. So, Colin, say it with me, Mephisto confirmed.
Mephisto confirmed.
I'm gonna
He
Mephisto
wants-
your ass.
He wants Vegas back because that's Vegas was under his control when Strange brought it back to Earth, and so he's pissed. So Strange goes into this Mount Doom casino thing and is looking around and talking to Mephisto, and Mephisto shows Strange his vault of souls that he's collected already, and so he makes a wager with Doctor Strange. Play this card game, and either I get you or you get the vault of souls back or freed or whatever. They also referenced how Mephisto and Doctor Strange had already played a card game like this, and Doctor Strange made a crack about how this was getting old, or we've done this before, or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know much Doctor Strange lore. Apparently, the Good Doctor and Wong are taking a break. Wong's moved in with his mother again, and they're taking some time. They're going to therapy. I was trying to make a couples joke there.
I got it.
You were supposed to jump on it. All right, whatever.
I'll jump on
Sorry.
you.
It was
So they're taking a break, but Bats, the lovable talking ghost hound guy, talks Wong into forming a team to help rescue Strange because Strange lost the card game. So they get Blade, Elsa Bloodstone, Iron Fist, Moon Knight, Man Thing, Dr. Voodoo, and Johnny Blaze to team up and
Shit,
try to
so it's
rescue.
Avengers but spooky. How the fuck have I not heard about this before?
Yeah. So the team up was wicked cool. Iron Fist, I didn't really understand why he was there.
Because he
but
punches
everybody-
real good. Shut up.
But he's not spooky.
Yeah, he is.
The artwork was really interesting. It kind of varied every once in a while. It went from like watercolors to typical pencils with like colored pencils to, I don't know. It kind of felt kind of felt like it just didn't stay constant the whole time. It felt inconsistent. But it wasn't
You should
offensive. It
consult
didn't-
your doctor about that.
It wasn't offensive. It didn't make my eyes hurt. It was just like, wait a minute, wasn't it just watercolors a few pages back? I did not know, like I was saying, that it was a crossover event. So I started reading issue number 4, the climax, the wrap up. And they said, oh, by the way, you have to read Ghost Rider number, I don't remember what, to find out how Ghost Rider saved the day like this.
Oh, this probably ties into the finale of that Ghost Rider run that I really liked that got canned early. And then they smushed it into other stuff. Yeah.
So spoilers. Johnny Blaze goes to where Mephisto's sitting on his throne and kind of takes him one-on-one and then dies or something, but it's a trick, and eventually ends up claiming the throne to hell, dethroning Mephisto.
That's before the run that I was reading. Okay. I get it now.
Okay.
The wrap up to this event, he's just chilling on the throne and he's like, yeah, you guys could save me, but I'm good right here where it is, so take your time. So I don't know. I was really hoping for a self-contained story, and it felt like I was in over my head and like did not know where I was in the timeline.
Bro,
So,
it's Marvel. What were you expecting?
it's fine. It's really pretty. And it's a really cool crew. I just wish it was more self-contained. But I got it for free-ish. So
Oh,
Amazing. I'm going to read it.
read it.
I'm going to read it. What have you been doing?
I don't think I think I've only been watching Cowboy Bebop.
Damn, bro. So let's interrogate your soul. Would you rather have Ghost Rider stare into your soul with the penance stare, or would you rather be fisted by Iron Fist?
I think I'd rather. Honestly, the first one doesn't sound bad at all. I'd rather
Bro,
him
you'd be dead.
I'd rather him stare in my eye. I'd
You-
rather be dead than someone shove their fist in my ass.
Fair.
their
Congratulations.
hot glowing fist.
You have passed the vibe check. You are, in fact, straight. Congratulations. So something that I believe Jacob talked about last week, and because today, in fact, is the literal spooky day, even though this episode will be coming out in November and it's not a spooky episode. I actually have 2 spooky themed things that I should have been talking about, but I got distracted and didn't pick the right thing. So we have Batman, The Long Halloween, the animated
course.
movies.
Oh shit! I could have talked about that. I can talk about that with you.
You're going to talk anyways.
I will talk about it.
So fairly straightforward. I've written review because I'm a nerd. So cinematic and thematic in presentation, The Long Halloween tightens the slack from the original story to focus more on previously underdeveloped characters and themes. The
He
changes
said
are,
Titans.
the changes are small, but collectively improve the story and the plot. The character designs are very good, taking inspiration from Tim Sale's penciled caricatures while toning down the more bombastic elements. Really good vocal performances. The musical scoring was absolutely engrossing, and a still tightly wound mystery make for an excellent 3-hour-long film. I fucking hate when they cut things in half. Like, it works as 2 separate movies, I guess, but DC's done this with 3 or 4 different narratives now. It's not necessary. Like, this thing doesn't get a theatrical run, so you don't have to worry about length in that run. It's not like we can only show it twice a day, so it won't make money. It comes out on disc and digital, meaning only digital because nobody buys fucking discs anymore. So why do you care? Everyone's going to watch both parts, and the only people that are going to watch this are nerds, and nerds don't care about movie length. So why the fuck do you keep cutting it in half and releasing them separately? I hate it. It makes for one really good 3-hour movie.
And now new listeners can identify the Zack Snyder bot in the room.
Yes, but does my point not stand on its own?
No, it does.
Like-
Oh no, you're absolutely right.
They did the same thing with The Dark Knight Returns. They kind of did it with The Death of Superman. And I think there was another thing that they've done this with. And other stuff does this as well. Like, it's a well-known thing that especially YA dystopian movies did this. And like it's dumb. Specifically for this, it serves no purpose except to release them separately. Yeah, no, I think the thing that stood out the most is the
Also,
credits.
on that point, they're releasing it on disc as the same movie.
Yeah, it's real weird. Yeah, so the credits I thought were really nice and unique. It used panels from the original book without spoiling anything and like showing inspiration for the characters and whatnot. That was excuse me. That was kind of cool. I also like how it openly acknowledged the fact that at this point in his life, Batman's a shit detective.
Oh yeah, I love how shitty he is.
Like it's an open part of the conversation. Like he's made fun of multiple times because he's a shit detective so far. That was cool. I actually really like Jensen Ackles as Batman in this. I didn't expect that. I really liked him as Red Hood, a decade and a half ago.
Yeah.
I hate Supernatural and I hate Supernatural fans. Fucking come at me, bro.
I used to be one, so sorry.
I hate you. You used to be cringe. You're still cringe, but
Actually, no, I will stand on this. First season was fucking bomb as hell.
I'm sure it is.
And that's it.
That's it. The fandom's nasty.
I'll take anything else about any other season. Yeah, you're totally right. It sucks. First season was bomb as hell. Continue.
I really like the vocal performances. I believe it was Troy Baker did the Joker again. It didn't feel like him doing his impersonation of Mark Hamill, which he did for Arkham Origins, which I did really like. I think he did a very good job of doing a different version of a Mark Hamill Joker. This just felt like a slightly different Joker performance. Whoever performed as Harvey Dent was really, really good. His Harvey voice was nice. So the end credit scene for the first half is part of the narrative that sets up the beginning of the second half. It's like what Marvel has been doing with their damn MCU end credit scenes, where it's like, this is the real ending of the movie. Why are you cutting this off? And
There's
then
an end credit scene?
Yes.
Fuck, I
dumb.
hate that.
It's dumb.
I hate that.
The end credit scene of the second movie, I actually thought was kind of nice. It is an actual epilogue. Like, the narrative is done. It's whatever. And then it's actually Halloween. They added this nice little element of Alfred like wanting to participate in Halloween, which I thought was really cute. Like it just feels like old dad energy. Like Bruce is like, no, the kids aren't coming, whatever, fuck you, you're dumb. And then Alfred's right. And then the kids, after the Batman defeats the bad guys, the kids start coming to Wayne Manor for Halloween, ooh, symbolism and shit. And then the end credit scene is him going to open the door again, but oh no, it's Green Arrow and the Flash, because they'll make a Justice League movie. So it's one of those things where it's like, this is clear, no shit, this is all set up for something else, but it's not like it doesn't feel super specific, and I don't know how else to describe that. I don't like end credit scenes feeling like they're a piece of the narrative puzzle.
Yeah,
this is just, we're gonna do a Justice League movie next. That's it. Like, there's no further context. You can figure out that this Justice League would probably consist of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, and the Flash, and then maybe other people.
And the Plastic Man.
I have two thoughts.
Bro, if they do Plastic Man, I'd lose my shit.
That'd be funny as
but
shit.
Like, it's a nice end credit scene that makes sense and works.
Like 3 days after I reviewed these movies, Spencer asked me if I saw the 3 end credit scenes, and I was like, there's an end credit scene?
I didn't know there was either. I have to go watch those.
I was really, really upset about that. But after you've shit talked Marvel movies for doing that really shitty move, and we've already talked about how I think they're just cheapening the end credit scene so that they don't tease something that doesn't eventually work out. I think they're just cheating and having something there as a placeholder. Everybody knows it's a Marvel movie. There's going to be an end credit scene. So they probably think that it's expected to have something there. It's kind of like they probably think that it's their trademark or something. Like there has to be one. So they have to have something. So they can't just tease something that's coming down the line 3 years from now. So they got to throw something in there. But it sucks with a movie like this, where I was expecting, everything to be self-contained, and they have 3 end credit scenes. It's shitty.
Yeah, that's just one of those things where, like, okay, I can understand why Lord Feige or whatever is like, okay, people expect it, so we'll do it. I mean, that bothers me with DC because it was cool because Dad didn't do that because he didn't like them, but then some other filmmakers did, and sometimes they were fine, but it's like it's inconsistent because Shazam has 2 end credit scenes, Aquaman has 1, I think. Wonder Woman doesn't. Neither one, I believe.
Suicide Squad does.
Suicide Squad has. It's like
the Suicide Squad has it.
Yeah, it's so up and down and inconsistent. Like it started the okay. Marvel didn't start the trend. They made it popular. We all know this.
Video games,
but like also true. But like I watched Dune, and people are still sitting through the credits. And you can tell it's not because they're going, I want to watch the credits to see all the incredible artists. They're going, is there a post-credit scene? Everyone sees a new Screen Rant article about, does this movie have a post-credit scene? Like, I hate this. This fucking pathetic content culture is so fucking cringe. Just make a damn movie. And if you watch the movie as an audience member, watch the movie. And when the credits hit, get the fuck up and get out.
Yes.
Drives me fucking bonkers. Long Halloween, really fucking good. I dig the animation.
Titties.
Also titties. Those were very nice.
The Catwoman titties.
bonk.
Yeah, Catwoman. Yeah. I actually really liked her costume. Like I really like, not just horny, but because it reminds me of BTAS, and you know how BTAS is like it's all gray and then she has like that black around her face.
Yeah.
They made it a part of the costume as that's also a cat. It's got ears.
It's one of the only things from the actual book Long Halloween I don't like. I don't like the Catwoman suit feeling like a furry suit.
Yeah.
And that design kind of does that. I like the purpleness, but the rest of it is kind of like she kind of looks like a furry. Why?
I found it interesting that she had a huge involvement through the whole story, even compared to the book, but it kind of fit. It really worked.
Yeah, it feels like everything that was in the background gets pulled closer, and then they still managed to add a couple of elements, like they made the connection between the Waynes and the Falcones more like explicit. They pulled something from Batman lore that was present, but it wasn't in the Long Halloween.
Yeah, what was that in? That
I don't fucking remember.
I couldn't remember what that was.
That element has been presented many times before. It was cool. I like it. I dig it. I'm gonna watch it again.
Catwoman's involvement, it only fits better because of how shitty Batman is at detecting stuff.
I realized that I like Batman way better when he's shitty and when he sucks at his job. Yeah. I like that way more. I hate it when he's like so prepared and he's like, I have all this things. I have the moon bat cave. I hate that shit. I love it when he's like so shit at his job.
Colin, Batman can defeat Darkseid with prep time. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like it when he needs prep time. He's not just like I've been prepping since I started this.
No, he's already prepared. He was preparing since he was Bruce Wayne, 14, piece of shit, young boy.
Bruce Wayne, 14 years old, piece of shit, masturbates on the regular.
Oh, for sure.
Listens to hip hop.
Doubt.
The Batman does.
Yes, but that's the Batman. That's because he's...
The Batman does. It's because what? That's because what, Spencer? Because he's a Saturday morning cartoon boy? Is that why?
And also because it's very contemporary. Ugh.
Yeah? You're gonna cry about it?
No, you're just giving me a fucking headache.
You're gonna cry?
Your interjections are dumb!
You're gonna cry, scrotum head?
No. Does anyone have any final thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna start the end credits with today is Spooky Day, the last day of October, and nobody got back to us about the change in the theme song. So fine, I'll do it myself.
Here we come.
I'll do it myself. it's not going to happen in the next couple of weeks because I'm on the road still and I don't have my tools to make it. But shitty intro theme song coming up sometime soon. There's nothing you losers can do about it. Yeah, missed the opportunity.
Amazing. Yes. Yeah. So thanks for listening. We got something cool coming. Whenever the fuck this episode drops, there will also be a companion episode, which we will be doing every week, of Dime Comic Bros Podcast Happy Hour, which will be the aftermath of this show while we all decompress, scream at each other, and drink. That'll be a Patreon exclusive. So if you would like to hear a lot of crazy stuff with probably infinitely worse audio quality, give us money. And
joke's on you. I've already been drinking.
Yeah, go find it. It's on patreon.com/dimecomicbros. Resident Simps, Business Casual, Jeff Lawrence, and Wesley Eaton. You guys are getting more content. It is incredibly low quality, but deal with it anyways. It's more free shit that you're already paying for. So it's not free. Why did I say that? Give us money, keep the lights on, buy the alcohol for us.
Yes.
Thank you to our partners over at Jetpack Comics and Games in Rochester, New Hampshire. They have games and comics and cool people who I would like to get a beer with. Devin has been doing some more shows. That's been pretty fucking cool. Lots of comics coming out. I've been in there like 4 times in the past week. It's not good. I have an addiction. I need help. I have been asked legitimately if I work there by multiple people.
Oh my god.
I mean, you've been working nights, so you probably could work there and your other job.
You're not wrong, but I shouldn't. And I don't think they'd hire me, but I should.
Can I just give a cool shout out to Outtakes? They have our poster up in their shop, and I was reminded of it because you're wearing their t-shirt. So they're wicked cool people, and they're right across the street from Jetpack. Anytime I'm visiting Jetpack, I walk across the street and almost die because it's downtown Rochester, New Hampshire, and I check out Outtakes too.
Yeah, there are some cool people. I was one of their first customers. I will die on that hill because I have no life. Buy their merch. They have merch. It's pretty cool. Apparently they're doing some sort of a contest thingamajiggy involving the merch soon. I have no idea what it is, but they're doing a thing and they told me about it. So do it and buy the merch and get the beanies and stuff and do the thing. I
will need an update on that because I have a beanie and I need to know.
They are on the list of friends of the Dime Comic Bros. They are our friendos. Yep. Someone leave a comment on YouTube asking some weird question or something. I don't fucking know. Interact with us.
Get
for the love of peace.
Shittier theme songs and jokes and whatever else I can throw at you. I am dying for a comment.
Just comment dick and ball, and it'll make our day. It'll make our week, honestly.
It would make my month if somebody said cock and ball.
No. If they say nice cock, that makes the month.
Nice cock.
Yeah. Listen in next week. Next week, we will be doing no news, but a topic. We're going to be talking about the Akira anime, and that is going to be freaking sweet. Been looking forward to this one forever.
Very excited for this influential piece of art.
So is it influential like an influencer?
Well, it created the iconic driving with motorcycle instantly puts into sidestep to stop itself animation that has been copied with almost every single animation to do with anything like that in existence, because it happened in BTAS with Robin, and it's literally the same thing, just drawn over differently.
You know, we're influencers, right? Technically.
Speaking of influencer, I really want to know, how in the hell did PewDiePie ever get popular? Because his content sucks as far as I've seen. There's nothing.
Jacob, the meme is that he has an army of 9-year-olds. That's the point. because he actually does have an army of mostly 9-year-olds.
Wow.
It's kids content. He was really funny back when he was actually like playing games.
9-year-olds should not be subjected to that kind of language. Like, I hate
Minors
watching
shouldn't
it.
have the internet.
True
period.
story. That's a great point.
You turn 16 once you become age of majority in whatever your country is, then you get unrestricted internet access. Before that, no internet for you.
I agree to that. I should not have had internet.
Yes.
As
You
early
still
as I
shouldn't
did.
have internet, honestly.
Shut the fuck up. I
You
should.
beat me to it.
Use your imagination to beat off, Colin.
Hey, I haven't jerked.
Oh, that is a good point. So this upcoming month, these next 4 episodes are either going to be infinitely less horny and we will never discuss any women whatsoever because we're all trying really hard not to nut, or it'll become really, really, really horny because we have nothing but boobs on the brain. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And for the public, we are going to be doing a bet for the month of November, and the loser has to buy the winner an omnibus. I'm leaving this in because I want it on the public record. Fuck you.
Okay. Except for that, I go on the internet and look at porn.
I just changed my pants on camera and neither of you noticed.
Wow.
Well, I didn't notice for a whole episode that you guys were in your boxers for recording. So
Nice cock.
nice cock.
Yes. End of the show. We're officially in drinking section. Yes. But you can still get stabbed with a pen too.
No shit, but it's about people's appearance, not about reality. We do not go off of reality here. We go off of people's
True.
perception.
Fair enough. Yes,
I considered that when I was flying to and from the airport was like, make sure there's no weapons on you or whatever. And I'm like, I have a pen.
I am the weapon.
I am the weapon. There'll also be a pizza pie,
Yes, there will be a pizza pie. So this week-
preferably sausage.
yes.
Yeah.
Fuck your mom. Someone help?
Oh, sorry,
Help!
dude. Every morning I wake up with a fart.
You're disgusting.
What do you mean? You know, how is farting disgusting?
Nothing about it is disgusting. You just like make a big deal about it.
you make a big deal about it. You're fucking all over the place. Like, stop fucking farting.
Dude,
and I
last
just like
episode, you literally farted into the microphone.
that wasn't last episode. That was like
doing-
5. That was like 5 weeks ago.
No.
Yeah.
It's happened multiple times.
Yeah,
But it happened last
yeah,
week.
multiple times 5 weeks ago and prior.
I just listened to it because I just uploaded it. Anyways.
Of the run was the
Dickhead.
I actually tried to have a fart sound effect one time while editing, and I could not find a good fart sound clip.
Yeah, they're all shit.
I see what you did there.
I'm funny.
No.
I am. You know I'm funny. Holy shit, Jacob just dropped his toilet seat so fucking loud.
Nice.
Dude, I heard your toilet seat.
I know, I heard you say that.
That was so loud. How
Was
do you
in my
do
room.
that? Like I hate doing that. I put it down gently.
I have no respect for my neighbors after they woke me up at 1:30 yesterday. Well, this morning with their stupid ass Halloween party.
I'm sorry they're cooler than you.
I had to be at work at 5.
I'm sorry that they're cooler than you.
Yeah, and they probably got laid too.
I'm sorry they're cooler than me. Colin, I think a man is trying to seduce me and I don't know what to do.
You like it.
You guys said the same thing at the same time. For stuff, Colin. Use your fucking imagination. Wow, no wonder I'm fucking bored.